apologize in advance if you hear my kids in the background and you hear Dora the Explorer. That's just right now how I'm keeping them busy and quiet, and it is what it is. I gotta get ready. There's Lydia, our babysitter's gonna come watch the kids. I got a ton of errands and stuff to do today. So, you know, it's motherhood right now. Mothering right now at the moment. Yay. Oh, I hear Liam. Hi, Liam.
Can I have a Starburst?
You want a Starburst because you saw Audrey eating one? I gave her one, but I'm only gonna give you one, okay? Bye. Okay, so I wanted to share some new makeup favorites and also share this Your Golden palette by Colourpop. I bought this palette online when I was browsing their website. This palette is beautiful. Such a pretty summer palette. Look at all the shimmers. I mean, the colors are just so pretty. It reminds me of like the beach with the water. It's such a pretty palette. I really like this palette. I mean, Colourpop makes great eyeshadow palettes for a really like affordable and pretty good price. This palette I believe is $35, which is pretty good considering like most expensive, you know, name brand palettes are like $65, $75. So again, I love their palettes. They blend easily. The colors are very well pigmented or beautiful all the way around. They make really good lip colors as well. I also been trying out this glow recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow, the Dewdrops. I've been trying this out and I really like this primer. This one along with the Grip, the Milk Grip primer has been two of my favorites recently. But when I wear my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, this is a matte foundation and my smile lines specifically can get really bad. And I have tried all the tricks, all the trades. I have done all of it and none of it worked. I would still get like the really harsh smile lines. And so I picked this up and this has been a game changer. The way this sets and wears with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I need to sneeze, hang on. Now I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, so this primer has been great. What I'm going to do here, Audrey, be careful please. No, you can't have these. No. Okay, you can have that one, okay. Okay, so we'll do the foundation half and half. I will do all the steps, everything the same. I think you'll be pretty impressed as I have been with this primer. So let's just get into it and let's do our makeup today. So this side, I just put on the Milk Primer. And then on this side, I'm gonna apply the Dewdrops. And obviously you can already tell, I've done my skincare, I've prepped my skin. This is still a little bit wet, but you can see like how dewy it is. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes and then I'm gonna apply my pot concealer and some of the breakouts I have here. And then you'll see me do my foundation. While my primer sets a little bit, I'm using my eyeshadow primer base just for a nice clean canvas for my eyeshadow and for it to last. This also helps with the glitter and makes the glitter pop. You can also use a concealer if you don't have an eyeshadow base primer. That works as well. The only thing with concealer, sometimes they can crease. So the little tip for there, if you use a concealer, especially a concealer that's creamy, just set it with some loose powder right after you apply your concealer over your lids. I might have used a little bit too much foundation. Oh well. Okay, so foundation is completely blended. As you can see already, I mean, it's been what, 5 minutes since I put my foundation on, and you can already see right here the line showing up with the Milk Hydro Primer. When you do have lines, you want to try to get a hydrating primer to kind of fill in those lines ideally. And it's interesting to note when like comparing side by side, I'm looking at my mirror here, but that when I look up really close, you may not be able to tell because my lens isn't a zoom lens today. The foundation here just applied it really weird compared to this side, just The way the foundation just applies with the dewdrops is just really pretty. And then like right over here, there's some separation from the foundation, which is just, I think, interesting to note. Yeah, anyways. Now let's move on to concealer. Or should we do my eyes first? Should have done my eyes first actually before the foundation and whatnot. Let's keep going. I can't think. The kids are, I feel like, you know, when you're here, but you're also there because of the kids. Working from home with kids is just it's not very easy, especially during the summer. You know, mom guilt specifically, because, you know, I still have to get some work done and do some stuff. And I do have the flexibility, but like I can't be going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning every night trying to get work done and then wake up early with the kids. So working from home is just not easy. Let's just do eyeshadow first here. So I'm gonna go in with Secret Spot, and I'm gonna put this on the crease here. And you can see there, I just picked the color one time and I'm just blending that and tapping and diffusing this color out. Okay, and then next I'm gonna go in with Saunter, and I'm just going to put that right here. And sometimes just to blend out the two if I need to, I like taking that fresh brush and just, there really isn't any color left, but I'm just kind of tapping that and blending the two colors together. So now for the other color, I'm gonna go in with Warm Days. It's just a little bit more darker, and I'm just going to tap that in on the very outer right here. And I'm not going any much further out than this. Now, with my finger, I'm gonna go with a Sun's Out. This color is like, it's almost like a, what's the word? A holographic color. When you like put it on, it almost like blue-green. But look at that color. It's just a pretty, it's just a beautiful color. So I'm first applying it with my finger. I feel like sometimes the warmth of your finger just melts the glitter shadows beautifully. And then what I'll go in is with a really tiny brush. This is Morphe M212. And it's just the small brush you can dip in the color and you can really just get in the corners. And I'm just going back in and kind of just now blending in the two colors over here in the middle. Okay, both eyes are done. We're gonna move on to the concealer. Now what I'm gonna do, setting spray, let that sit for a little bit, and then let's do my eyebrows off camera. Okay, eyebrows are done. So now I've got my Givenchy color correcting primer powder all in one. This stuff is so good. So I just like to tap it on my hand a little bit here and then just tap. Look at that, this stuff is so good. I will say this does have a little bit of a shimmer. And because I'm using a powder blush and bronzer and a highlighter, I can set this now before all of that. So I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass bronzer, just apply that right there. Bring some warmth to my forehead. Isn't it crazy how much just a little bit of bronzer also does so much? For blush, I'm using the NARS Orgasm Limited Blush. It's not really a bronzer, but it's got a little darker shade there, blush highlighter. This cheek palette is so pretty. The two pinks over here, the two are the ones that I use the most. Whew, look at that. It's such a pretty, especially for the summer. So, so pretty. Go in with my Barbie Colourpop. This is the Super Shock highlighter. This is actually like, I thought it was a powder when I first got it, but it's a cream. It's very pretty, but just lightly dab in that right here. You only need a little bit because the blush that I use and the bronzer already has the shimmer. I'm just ever so lightly pressing that, dabbing that right on top. Don't want to use too much pressure because you don't want the foundation to move, but again, I'm just like, Now I'm gonna put my mascara and my falsies on, and then we'll complete the bottom of the eyes. The one thing that I'm going to also do here on both sides is I've got some of my finishing powder. This has been also a new one that I've been trying out and I really, really like. I don't even know how to pronounce the brand's name. I'm gonna chop it up. Shante Katsa. I'm not even going to try, but this is also really, really pretty. I'm just gonna kind of tap this all over a bit. So I also put my lip color. My lip color, I'm wearing this Skin Sane by Pat McGrath. I applied my lashes. And so again, I always like to keep the brushes that I use for me to apply those brushes, you know, the leftover color. I'm not taking on any more color unless I really, really need to, but I like to use those leftover brushes and then kind of just bring those colors from the top on the bottom. And you can see I didn't pick up any color and the difference. And I'm just lightly applying on the lower lash line here. And it's just enough. I like to run my fingers through it a little bit. And then again, I'm gonna take that small brush with the glitter and I'm gonna apply it on the bottom here. Now we'll put some mascara on the lower lash line and we'll be done. Okay, so everything is done, set, primed, sprayed, blended, all of that good stuff is already done. This is the finished look for today. Again, this side over here has the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and then this side has the Glow Dewdrops. And it's interesting to note that right here, you can already see, you can almost even see how much drier this side is versus this side. Like after I smile, you can see the lines on this side here. You can see a little bit here, but I feel like this side is already a little bit more prominent, and I don't know if it's like, you know, mind games or whatever, but I hope you enjoyed. What do you think? Comment down below. Which one do you think is gonna do best in the Houston heat and humidity? It's also like overcast and it looks like it's gonna rain today, so even better to try it out in the humidity and see how they both wear, right? So yeah, we'll check back after a few hours here.